Okay, I'm Tyler Wagner. I'm with REMAX River City. Starting a new career of any kind is always a daunting task, but having a little guidance, you're going to find that in any job you start at. But with real estate, it's a lot more independent. You're doing this on your own, you're creating your own business, you're creating your own brand. And there's a lot of things you don't know, and someone recently pointed out to me, you don't know what you don't know. So you've really got to have someone that can guide you, that's maybe done it recently or is really on top of how to teach people how to get started with this particular type of a career. I was in sales. I started off in sales in the restaurant business, selling, of course, food and drinks, and then moved on into the car business, which was great, Mercedes-Benz. Motorcycles fit in there somewhere as well, as I took a little hiatus and came back to that. But more importantly, I went on to new home sales, and I really got a taste for real estate and people moving into a home and the thrill that comes along with that. It's the biggest purchase of their life, unless they've got a yacht or a plane coming next. And I think that it's just one of the most rewarding experiences is getting in there and being invited to the housewarming party. Kim Stubbs was all I could have ever asked for. She knows so many different parts of the business. She, I believe, is even a broker. So she was able to give me a lot of guidance. And there's a lot of technical things that no amount of sales and salesmanship is going to help you with. Having that backup house kind of experience where you can get into the technical sides of contracts, definitely my weaker suit in the beginning, and definitely a strong suit of hers. She had strengths where I had weaknesses, and vice versa in some cases, not many, but she was really patient with me. That's a very important, I can't stress that enough. That's the most important part of a good mentor, is the patience that they can show their protege or mentee or whatever you might want to call us. But it has to be a good personality fit, but more than that, they've got to be patient with you because they're used to knowing the answers and they watch you struggle with finding the answers. So look for that good personality mesh. Well, with mentorship, you're a little bit more accountable to someone other than yourself. You know, you've got to get up every day and be motivated without someone telling you you've got to be at the office by 9. And when you've got someone who's going to be there to kind of watch what you're doing, and not to say that they act in a boss capacity or lording over you, but you really do have someone that you can say, hey, look what I've accomplished. And there's I'm sure, a pride that they have in the person they're teaching. So I think that it's accountability, especially when you're starting off for the first time being accountable only to yourself. Yeah, almost a year and a half. I'm as far as I see a lot of others. I don't like to compare myself to others, but I like to kind of be at the top of that bell curve and always have had that kind of a competitive edge. And I think if I didn't have the motivation on my own, the mentorship would have helped me get motivated. But I think because I was motivated, the mentorship just accelerated that a little further. So my goals, I've got a certain number in mind. I'm on track to meet them, but I want to exceed them. And even though our mentorship agreement has come to its close with a certain number of deals under our belts collectively, Kim is always there to help. I always reach out to her first, or John. But it's very important that you continue that relationship later, because you know how each other think a little bit by the time you've put 3 deals together. Which brings you to the idea that there's a difference between just talking to people in the office and actually having a mentor and an agreement. It's on paper, it's structured, and I think that's where you both have no gray area left. You know what's going to come of it, and you know when it's going to be complete, but it's not the end of the relationship. I think if I was to do it again, I would certainly stick with Kim Stubbs, personally. But I think I would have made it a longer process. Maybe I would have said 6 deals instead of 3. And that's just because I think she did so much for me that I want to continue to be helping pay back, I think, what I've learned. But that's going to be separate for everybody. It's a very unique situation I have, I think.